What's this?
Maybach music.
I like this Maybach music. Sweet.
Welcome to Lakers Digital Daily, your go-to podcast for everything Lakers, basketball, LA lifestyle, and sports opinions. I'm your host, McGee, coming to you from beautiful San Pedro. As a 40-year-old lifelong sports enthusiast hailing from Inglewood, California, specifically from the intersections of Hillsdale Street and Inglewood Ave, I am thrilled to bring you the latest updates, insights, exciting discussions about our beloved Lakers and the world of sports. So sit back, relax, and join me on this daily journey through the exciting world of the Lakers basketball world and beyond. Let's dive in.
My man McGee in San Pedro, Lakers Digital Daily, presented by McGee. The floor is yours, sir.
Beto, once again, I want to say thank you for an excellent season. You've been a great host. This call is brought to you by Cutwater Lime Margarita.
I actually had the Paloma yesterday. Not bad.
Man, all of them.
All right.
I left Buzzball, went to Cutwater. I'm very proud of this team for this performance today.
Wait, hold on. I got for today's performance only, right?
Today's performance, yeah.
Okay. Just clarify.
I'm proud of them for today's performance because I said the first 6 minutes were very important. They weathered the storm. They continue to fight back. We obviously have limitations in our offense and our shooting. Dinwiddie, Austin, the missed free throws were big. I mean, I won't say they cost us the game, but Austin missed the first two on that three-point free throws, and then Dinwiddie just sealed his fate as a Laker with his two missed free throws. We just got to go back and I think we do need to talk to Rob Pelinka and let him know that it's time to let a professional person come in and run the franchise. Nothing against Rob. He's a great guy, but the time has come. And we have to get a grown man point guard. I mean, what would we be right now with Mike Conley? Like, geez, Louise, just somebody who can control things. But we talked about the draft, Beto. They've made 2 picks the last 2 years. What are we going to do with these 2 guys? How are they need to be incorporated? The fact that Christie didn't play all playoffs is disappointing.
How about all season?
All season, yeah, it's disappointing. It really is for a team that's we're a middling team, and if we're not using our draft picks, why? Who are we using them with? And we're using them with veteran guys. Like, I don't know. I don't know about that. Rob really dropped the ball with that. The Lakers just need to kind of figure out, obviously, LeBron, but they need to accept the chemistry and let this team stay together somewhat. Let Rui stay. Austin, D'Lo, be who the Nuggets are now. Like, they know where to go when it's time. Even their role players are in the right spot for the right shot. And that takes time. It takes years of suffering, years of disappointment. Obviously, LeBron doesn't have that many years left, but LeBron's a freak of nature. Like, can we stop at the end of the year and say, wow, this guy is 39? Like, he's the same age as me.
Yeah, you should. I mean, what we saw from LeBron this year, night in, night out, it is fantastic. This is going to be where you tell your kids, man, LeBron at 39 was doing this. Jordan wasn't doing it. Just what he did this season is fantastic individually. But at the end of the day, for Laker fans, that's cool and all. But first round exit, who cares?
He did not show enough leadership and maturity in many games. He needs to carry himself a lot differently going into next year. He has to accept that guys are not him, and that he needs to accept that this team has to grow organically. There's nobody coming in. They didn't get Kyrie, which, let me take another sip. We really needed Kyrie. Like, I'm sorry. I love Austin. I love the picks and all that. We needed Kyrie. Kyrie is the difference between us competing for a championship or not, because watching the Clippers have no answer for that guy. And he's just that type of player. So
Who knows?
You know, the Lakers got to grow
knows?
organically now. There's no more superstars really coming out of the league that we're just going to fetch. We have to grow organically. And as LeBron
I like this Maybach.
descends, we
Oh, he's gone.
Sway.
Oh, he was going so good. Hooper's McGee, my man, San Pedro. Great points. Make sure you follow him. That's good stuff.
Niggas wanna see you lose when you're making moves. We bringing tools in any rooms, we try to break the rules. Niggas is haters, they ain't goons, we try to make a fool. I never thought I'd make fourth before I made the news. Having a threesome with some bitches, it still ain't the muse. I pick and choose, put on my juice like I lit the fuse. I call it
Laker
killers be like,
Digital
100 grand,
Daily,
get split in two.
a podcast for the real Laker fans, the real ones. It's your boy McGee. It's the off season. Let's talk about it. All right, y'all. What's going on, Laker Nation? It's May 1st. The Lakers are out the playoffs now, of course, but the playoffs are just heating up. I got to be honest. The Lakers' deficiencies will come in full play when you see other teams play in these playoffs. The shooting, the amount of shooters, dependable shooters teams have, the rebounding, the offensive rebounding, the consistency from the stars to deliver in the mid-range area. That's it. Transition, LeBron still can do it. Rim protection, AD still can do it. Are people being put in the right position to hit open shots on the Lakers? Yes. But execution-wise, things are not happening. AD, fourth quarter, mid-range, low post, not there. LeBron, mid-range shooter, not there. And I'm not here, this is not to get into the GOAT conversation, but what LeBron doesn't provide the Lakers offense is what Michael and Kobe provided later in their careers. Of course, they shot the three-point shot. Michael definitely not at the volume of Kobe and then LeBron's era, but definitely the mid-range shit was getting done. Like, it was wet. It was sauce. It was easy. It was dependable. The Lakers that just don't seem to get LeBron in enough mid-range fadeaway situations. Just the ball handling, the turnovers against Denver just really killed a lot of easy, open possessions that could have been impactful during the games. So you're going to see teams now. You see Brunson, he gets where he needs to get. You see Jokic, of course, the Nuggets, who I think are going to struggle early to get their footing in the Minnesota series. Don't be surprised if that goes 7. Anthony Edwards is going to be heard. He's the voice, he's the face of the new NBA in regards to just, I think, interest of highlights and just overall appeal. He's from America. He's an American player, but I think he has a little bit of that dog, not a little bit, a lot of that dog in him that a lot of these American players don't have. Former football player, too. But anyway, that's going 7. Denver, Minnesota. The Clippers, the Mavericks, they do things the Lakers can't do or don't do it consistently, but they also kind of, I don't see them as top-tier teams. They're still not, neither of them look like contenders to me. Minnesota's not a contender to me. They have a lot to be said, but I think if they come out swinging in the first 2 games, if they can get a game in Denver early in this series, it's going to change things. It's going to change the landscape quickly. I believe OKC is a contender. I believe OKC, though they have a large nucleus of young stars, I mean, this is probably the most mature, focused group of young players I've seen since the last Thunder team. But I would even go past that Thunder team to say that this group is a lot more organized. People know their roles. They know their identity. It reminds me a lot of the '90s, the mid '90s Orlando Magic, where they don't have the dominant force like Shaquille O'Neal, but those other guys have stepped up and have learned their roles, and they appreciate each other, and they're sharing the ball, and it's just fun, and it's exciting. And they got the first seed. They got the position to have the last game in the Western Conference, if possible, if needed. I think the Thunder are here, and I think they're going to be here for a long time if things stay the way they are. I mean, there's always a contract that somebody's going to want, just like, the OKC original youth movement of Durant, Westbrook, and Harden. Once Harden needed that money, the whole, things changed. They still were a great team and a great product, but just that youthful energy and that togetherness was a little bit shaken by Harden leaving OKC. The Clippers are the Clippers. The Clippers can shoot your lights out. The Clippers could lose themselves within a game. Kawhi's not healthy. I mean, the Clipper game was on Sunday. They play tonight, I believe. He's not even cleared for he's out for the game, which means even with 2 days of work and 2 days of rest and training, traveling limited, he's still not there. It's sad, and I'm a Laker fan. It's really sad because he's a great player, he's a great talent, but something's wrong, and the Clippers are going to have to pivot from Kawhi. Because I had a great talk with some young students about the NBA and about the future, and the Clippers, like right now, yes, they're going to the dome, but these kids are in 5 years when they really have money and they want to go and be out and be seen at the Intuit Dome. None of those players will be around. So who's next? And there's going to be a star hunt that's going to be taking place really soon between the Lakers, the Clippers, Golden State, for the next stars of the next 5 to 10 years. I think with Wemby ascending as quickly as he did and not having any type of major injury or setback with his game, and didn't seem, I didn't think the way the NBA is now, the physicality is not where it would have been to, kind of scare him away or kind of limit his game. I think his freedom and his unselfishness and his ability to have played with professionals is going to send San Antonio up the moon really soon. And that's going to be scary for the league if they can get, what I'm hearing, a Trae Young. But anyway, back to the teams in the playoff. The Knicks-Philly series is compelling. I think Maxey is more than just a sidekick. He's one of those guys like Michael Porter Jr., like even though Jamal Murray, like we talk about points and Shea and Luka, like how many points would Jamal Murray average by himself? And don't tell me he's feeding off of Jokic. No, he can do that thing. He just is in a system. Michael Porter Jr., if he ever gets selfish and wants to just be on his own, the way he shoots, and if you put him around the right people, he definitely could be scoring 25 or more. Look at this Lakers series, and the Lakers have people, and they have, the Lakers have pros out there, but Michael Porter looks like he's just getting better, and he should be getting most improved player before Maxey, because there were people who called out this guy and just his health, his game, his ability to recognize, to play in a system like Denver. Like, he's done everything you could have asked him more. And he was the X factor in the Lakers series. He'll probably be the X factor in a couple more series. He's free. He has the green light, and he knows what to do with the ball. Revisionist history, he should have been he wasn't even a top 5 pick. Like, that's crazy. Like, that guy is a talent. He's what the NBA is growing towards. But anyway, New York, Philly, don't sleep on Philly. Philly could still steal that series. A spirited game in Philly where the role players step up and then let Big Daddy go back to New York and do what he needs to do in New York and just, set the tone and say, I'm one of those guys in the NBA in Game 7. Philly could still win the series. Boston will finish out Miami. This is not the Miami that they have been playing. But Miami will be heard from again. They're cooking up something. Something's going on in Miami. Jimmy may be on his way out. There may be someone coming in that Miami kind of wants to work with for the future. Indiana is still a player. I think they're going to win the series in Milwaukee, and I think the Knicks and Indiana series will be a classic. I think they're going to probably score 1 million points because I don't think the Knicks, though the Knicks play defense, they're going to fall into the Indiana running gun kind of tempo and flow, and they may be suckered into some high-scoring games, which may compromise their identity and cost them a series. If Philly and Indiana play, I like Philly to take that. I feel like Philly, compared to New York, has more killers on their team. I think Batum, Oubre are killers. I think they need to start getting Tobias Harris's ass out of there. I'm tired of seeing him, tired of knowing that he's on that team and not producing the way he should be. But I think Philly has some killers, and if they get the right matchup, get a better matchup than New York, Philly could snatch Indiana's soul. But if Indiana gets New York, I think Indiana would take that series. And then I think Boston would play Orlando or Cleveland. Either or would be a tough series, but I think Boston has those teams figured out. So I think Boston's coming out the East. But Porzingis is hurt, and that was always the one thing that could hold them back. So we'll see. Take a quick break, and then we'll get back, talk some more NBA, talk these brackets, and see who's going where and what's going to happen. All right. Peace.
What is this?
Maybach music.
I like this Maybach music. Sweet.
Niggas wanna see you lose when you're making moves. We bringing tools in any rooms, we try break the rules. Niggas is haters, they ain't goons, we try make food. I never thought I'd make fours before I made the news. Having a threesome with some bitches, it still ain't amused.
Lakers, digital, daily, back. McGee from San Pedro, May 1st, 2024. We back. Second segment. Like I'm saying, man, like the execution. That's simple. Simple as it sounds, the execution. And that's why I support a statement made by Rui Hachimura saying we just got to keep this team together. And if you look at the other teams, they've been together. And there's not a lot of breaking up of the group and bringing in somebody new for us to bash. Who is this Torian Prince guy? I don't know who he is. Get the hell out, get him out of here, trade his ass. Okay, he's just going to go to another team. He's just going to be effective on another team. Josh Hart's just going to be effective on another team. Larry Nance is just going to have a role and be effective on another team, a backup center, backup power forward. Zubac is just going to be effective on another team. And don't cry for him later like the Laker fans do. Stop doing that shit. Stop crying for motherfuckers later. You didn't want Danny Green, and then you want Danny Green. You want a Danny Green, then you don't want Danny Green. You want a Danny Green player, but you don't want Danny Green. Schroeder was holding the ball too much, but you need somebody that's going to have some tempo. There's somebody that can handle the ball and that kind of knows what to do. Somebody to play off of D'Lo. You was getting, I don't know. We weren't just taking D'Lo out the game. We were putting in Schroeder. We were putting in the defense and maybe a guard that can make some plays. You had Dennis Schroeder in this series for a couple minutes over bringing in Dinwiddie and Gabe Vincent, shit, you may be having a different outcome this year because Schroeder had been there last year. Guys knew Schroeder. But like I'm saying, you bringing in new people, you screw up the continuity in a way. So we got to be careful with how we do the offseason. I'm already seeing the Durant for D-Lo, Torian Prince, Austin Reeves, Max Christie, Jeannie Buss going to throw a Ferrari in there too, and this, that. Like, come on, man. Come on, Durant. Just settle down somewhere, bro. Phoenix, let me speak on Phoenix for a second. Oh my God, Phoenix. Oh my God. You know what? I really some of the franchises in the NBA I just don't like, and you shouldn't like as a Laker fan. You should laugh at Phoenix. You should laugh at Sacramento. You should laugh at Golden State, Clippers. We gotta identify that, the Pacific Division is the busiest division in basketball. But truth be told, we still are winning titles recently. Phoenix hasn't done anything ever. The Clippers and Phoenix have 100 years combined of no NBA championships. So the Kings in there too, you got almost a century and a half of no NBA championships. They ain't won shit. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Durant, stay there. Win there. Stay there. Win there. Stay there. Win there. I still am mad at LeBron for leaving Miami. I mean, if he wanted the 6 rings, he could have won them in Miami. Durant, you went to Golden State. It was fine. I mean, the league was going to catch up to you all eventually. But the leaving and then going here and then I'm going to go here. Like, stay where you are, bro. And the Pacific is jumping. We getting Steph against Durant, or LeBron against Kawhi, or PG, or whatever, Harden now, Westbrook, or Steph against LeBron, or PG against the Clippers. Like, just stay. The Pacific is jumping. The West Coast is jumping. We need that. And I hope he stays. I hope LeBron stays. Obviously for selfish reasons, but I believe he's gonna stay. And I believe Pelinka is going to draft Bronny. I think he wants to be the guy who brought in the LeBron and Bronny show. I believe Pelinka is everything that Magic Johnson said he was. I don't think Magic Johnson needed to lie. And we're going to have Bronny on the Lakers next year. He's going to declare for the draft. What does LeBron have to do? I mean, what does LeBron have to do other than just say, draft my son? And I'm gonna give you a full-fledged 100% LeBron. I'm going all out. Get my son in here. Let's get that rolling. Try to develop him. And let's go. I got Phil Handy at my hip. I got everybody ready to go. This is what it was. How do y'all not know that this was the deal all along, bro? Like, they got 3 years, 164. Tell me who they giving that money to. Anyway, who are they saving that for? You giving AD 3 more years? No. Trae Young? No. Who else? Who's coming there? No one's coming there. The stars in the league are comfortable where they're at. Giannis cannot come here. He's getting older and broken down, and the LA media is different. Giannis ain't coming here. Zion never got in shape. I said with school kids yesterday, I said, what about Zion? They've given up on him. You see what I mean? They've given up on him. He's not a star anymore. He's not a star. That's why I ask younger people about certain players. Anthony Edwards, he's a star. They still love Ja. Ja needs to get his head together. Ja still is a star. He's still somebody that represents his freedom and his free way he plays and attacks and expresses himself. the young kids like. But Zion, he just looks like a lazy fuck to kids. That's sad. But yeah. What are the Lakers gonna do? I think they should finish what they started. That's what I think they should do. Tonight we got the Clippers and the Mavericks. You know, do I see the Mavericks winning 2 games in 2 games in LA? I do. But if they win tonight and lose in Dallas again, they're not going to win the series. They're not going to win a game 7 in LA. So what they need to do is try to win tonight. And they better win in Dallas next game. For the Clippers, they obviously are battling adversity, and you can say what you want to say. I mean, anybody that's played basketball or played sports knows that when a guy is hurt, other people have to step up, but also there's a level of uncertainty that goes on with the team because now certain rotations and expectations in the playoffs are at the highest level. This is not March 2nd. This is not a November 25th game, and you got to throw Amir Coffey in there to give you a solid game. Like, this is the playoffs, and everybody is being examined and prodded and picked at. So I think you see guys get in like Coffey, and then he's out the game. He's not playing the rest of the game. It's like, yeah, they know they're picking on him, or they know his weaknesses, and they're gonna exploit them. What made me mad about the last game was Jason Kidd, like, bro, like, switch out, put Lively in the fucking game. Like, what's up with these fucking coaches? Like, your draft picks matter. They have feelings. They have people. They have future hopes. You drafted and you fucking tanked last year so you can get that fucking pick, and then you don't play the draft pick is crazy to me. Like, Maxi Kleber is what you've been losing with the last 4 or 5 years. So, and I'm not blaming Maxi, but I'm just saying he's a switcheroo, smallish big. And you kept him in the game because you were afraid that you weren't going to have the shooter or the spacing. Well, you know what? Kyrie don't need no spacing, bro. He don't need nobody. He going to get where he need to get. That's all for Luka and appeasing Luka. But remember, at the end of the day, this ball's got to go through Kyrie to win for the Mavericks. And if it becomes the Luka show, cool. But that may still have you in a shootout. And then you're going to need Kyrie, and Luka's going to be too hot to give the ball back up. But that's not my team, so I'm just talking. OKC is waiting, and they're going to hopefully see 2 teams that are going to be very tired and 2 teams that are very injury-prone too. So I think OKC just needs to sit back, relax, and be prepared to play their game. That's what got them to this point. Denver and Minnesota is going to be a brawl. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be some good offense, good defense. It may be 1 or 2 bad, ugly, muck-it-up games. But teams that know each other really well, coaches that know each other really well, and it's just gonna be a good game and some good environments in 2 big-time cities that love sports. Like I said before, I can't tell you who's gonna win the Knicks and Philly game. I just feel like Philly still has a lot of fight left, and I feel like there's some personal legacies that are being defined by this series. And I think Philly still has something to say. I would like to see a little bit more Batum involved in keeping guys like Josh Hart and certain guys off the boards, and just keep guys away from the boards. They got to keep a Josh Hart away from that area. You got to space out and keep him off of the boards. You got to make him guard some shooting, make him guard some penetration, keep him away from just sitting there picking up boards. Other than that, Indiana, they're going to beat Milwaukee because they're healthier. Boston's going to beat Miami because they are more talented. And Cleveland is going to beat Orlando because they have closers. That simple. Cleveland will lose to Boston. And Indiana will lose to a Philly, but would beat the Knicks. If you get what I mean. And then Boston would destroy Philly, and Philly went, and Indiana would have a very spirited fight and probably lose to Boston in 6 or 7. In the West, I got Denver beating Minnesota in 7. I think the Clippers will win this Dallas series. Jason Kidd will be fired, and all hell will break loose in Laker Nation. But I'm not a Jason Kidd fan. Like, I'm not a Frank Vogel, and everything was sweet and cherry pie with that Laker team that won the championship. There were a lot of frozen moments on offense and bad rotations back then too. But I think the Clippers will win that series. I think the Clippers will lose to OKC because the Clippers still won't see what's coming. OKC has a plan, they have a purpose, they have a focus. Chet had a year off to protect his body, build his body, and he's not your average rookie or even second-year guy, and he'll be a problem for Zubac because he'll force Zubac either out the game or out to the three-point line, and Lou's not going to play him out there, so they're going to try to take Zubac out of the series. Denver will play Denver OKC turns into a game of power versus speed, and because Denver has had a collective sigh of relief from the Laker game, and they won't have a physical downhill body to worry about if they got past Ed Edwards and LeBron. Their bigs and their interior defense will be able to get a little break, and they'll be able to kind of really sink their teeth into a smallish team like OKC, and Denver will dispatch of them in about 5 to 6 games. It won't be a sweep. It won't go 7. And Denver would repeat as champions against Boston because I don't think Porzingis has ever had an answer for Jokic. So Boston doesn't get 18. If you know what I mean. Laker Nation, enjoy these playoffs. Don't be bitter. Don't over-exaggerate our future. Can't fault Rob Pelinka for bringing the same group back. You can't fault Rob Pelinka for not drafting Bronny. I mean, what other way can he have some type of worth in this situation other than some GM roles? But I know he'll tell Junie Buss what you didn't like out of your brother and Mitch Kupchak. Or maybe you didn't have an issue with Mitch, but more so your brother. It's what you're becoming. You're becoming stale. You're becoming same old salad. You know, you're not the same genie that you were before. And you knew that. You're a smart person. But you're doing making some of the same mistakes your brother made by just checking the boxes and getting by. You must challenge LeBron and express to him that once we draft your son, we need an upstanding citizen. We need you to say the right things in the media. We need you to do the right things. And we need you to embrace the whole team and the development of the entire team, not just Bronny. And this is what's best for Bronny is that you build a team around him, an environment around him that's cohesive and that's inclusive, and it's about everybody showing their appreciation for each other. And we still need 25, 9 assists, 6, 7 rebounds a game, if you don't mind, LeBron. So this is the aftermath. This is the off season. Take care. Enjoy the games. Be safe. Enjoy your day. Peace.
What is this?
Maybach music.
I like this Maybach music. Sweet.
Niggas wanna see you lose when you're making moves. We bringing tools in any rooms, we try to break the rules. Niggas is haters, they ain't goons, we try to make a fool. I never thought I'd make fours before I made the news. Having a threesome with some bitches, it still ain't amused. I pick and choose, put on my juices like I lit the fuse. I call the shots and all the killers be like, what's the move? 100 grand, you and your little man, getting split in two.